Hi and welcome to The Lawyer Explains. I'm a lawyer in Canada, and in this video I'm going to explain how an individual can make a refugee claim in Canada. I will briefly explain who can apply, how to apply, what if a refugee application is accepted, and what if a refugee application is rejected. Before we begin, I want to make it clear that I'm neither encouraging nor discouraging anyone from applying for refugee protection. Nonetheless, it's undeniable that in 2022 alone, over 91,000 refugee protection applications were submitted in Canada. This highlights a noticeable global trend of rising refugee applications. What I'm trying to do is to help those who are eligible for this protection but do not have the financial resource to seek help from a Canadian lawyer. I'm just trying to increase access to justice in this country. Okay, let's get started. Who can apply? Two categories of individuals can receive refugee protection in Canada: who are convention refugees or who are persons in need of protection. A convention refugee is someone who is outside their country and not able or not willing to return. This is because they have good reason to fear that they will be persecuted because of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or being a member of a particular social group. To see if you fit into that definition, you need to answer the following questions. Is that likely that if you go back to your home country, you will be treated badly? Is that mistreatment because of who you are and what your beliefs are? Are you genuinely scared of going back? Do you have good reasons to feel unsafe in your home country, and can you prove that? Do you think your government cannot or does not want to protect you? Can't you live safely in any other parts of your country? The second category is person in need of protection. It's similar to the previous category, but they are not the same. A person in need of protection is someone who is in danger of losing their life or facing torture or other forms of cruel and unusual treatment. In simpler terms, if you were to go back to your home country, there are people there who might torture you, even threaten your life, or treat you really badly. And here is how you can break it down. Your government cannot protect you. You cannot find any safe or decent place to live anywhere else in that country. You are at a specific risk, but it's not a general risk for everyone there. The reason for that risk is not only because you have done something in your country, which is a crime in Canada as well, and it's not only because healthcare conditions are poor in your home country. So in a nutshell, if you can show that you fit into the description of either of those categories, you are eligible to ask for refugee protection. This process is often referred to as being a refugee claimant. Now let's go to the second question: how to apply. There are two ways you can apply for refugee protection in Canada. If you are already inside Canada because you arrived here as, for example, a worker, visitor, or a student, you will need to apply online and on the IRCC website. If you are at a Canadian port of entry, you can do it in person by letting a CBSA officer know that you are seeking refugee status. The CBSA or IRCC, depending on how you apply, will first decide if your claim is eligible to be sent to the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada, IRB. If they find you ineligible, they will give you a removal order to leave Canada. Here are some examples of how you might not be eligible for refugee protection. You have already been accepted as a convention refugee in another country where you can go to. You made a refugee claim in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, or New Zealand. You have been told by Canada that you cannot make a protection claim here. You previously made a refugee claim in Canada that did not proceed for some reason. You are seen as a danger to Canada, have a serious criminal record, or have violated human rights. There is a removal order against you to leave Canada. Or you came to Canada from the United States and you need to return there to make your refugee claim. Please remember that most of these provisions could have exceptions, explaining which is beyond the scope of this video, and you need to seek legal advice from a lawyer licensed to practice in Canada if you think you have a specific situation. At the end of this video, I will show you some resources that provide free or low-cost legal services for refugee claimants in Canada. Both IRCC and CBSA will give you instructions about how to complete your claim. In most cases, you will need to attend an eligibility interview, undergo a medical exam, complete various forms, and submit your documents. They will also collect your fingerprints and photo, which is called biometrics. If the IRCC or CBSA decides that you are eligible for a refugee protection claim, they will refer you to the IRB. If you are facing financial hardship or require employment in Canada, you can also apply for a work permit. The Refugee Protection Division, RPD of the IRB, is responsible for making decisions on refugee protection claims. If you apply at the port of entry and they find you eligible for make a claim, you will also be given a basis of claim form to complete and submit to RPD within a specified time limit. If you apply online, you need to complete that basis of claim form as a part of your initial application. Finding a complete, correct, detailed, and truthful basis of claim is one of the most important parts of your refugee claim. And you must attach all the relevant documents that support your claim to that form. Basis of claim is your opportunity to present your claim by providing details about who you are and why you are seeking protection in Canada. So please make sure that you follow all the instructions for completing this document and seek legal advice if you have any questions or concerns. The next step is that you will be scheduled for a hearing with RPD, which can be in English or French, and you have the right to request an interpreter's help. Your hearing will be private and confidential, taking place either in person or online. Attendees will include you, your lawyer or representative, the interpreter, any witness, and the RPD member, who is the decision maker. On occasion, a representative from CBSA or IRCC may be present to contest your claim. You are also allowed to have a friend or family member accompanying you to the hearing. Finally, the RPD member will make a decision on whether to accept or reject your refugee protection claim. What if RPD accepts your claim? In case the IRCC or CBSA disagrees, they might appeal to the Refugee Appeal Division, RAD, or following that, approach to the federal court to challenge the RPD decision. If you do ultimately receive a positive decision, you will be granted protected person status, and this might make you eligible to apply for permanent residence of Canada. What if RPD rejects your claim? You can choose to leave Canada voluntarily. You can also appeal to the Refugee Appeal Division, RAD, within 15 days. If the Refugee Appeal Division rejects your appeal, you might be able to apply to the federal court for judicial review of that decision. That was a summary of the whole process, but remember, the actual process is quite complex and requires you to do your research and be well prepared. The good news is that there are free or somehow affordable services available for refugee claimants in Canada. Let's check some of them here. First of all, make sure you always check the IRCC website. As you can see, there is a general description of the refugee protection claim process here. The IRB website also provides valuable information about refugee applications and appeals. Check their website. You can find a list of legal aid offices here. If you meet their requirements, you might have the lawyer represent you for free. You can also check Immigration and Refugee Legal Clinic website. If you do not meet their requirements for free or pro bono legal services, you can still reach out to other service providers which will help you with low bono or more affordable legal services. One of these institutions is Access Pro Bono. You can find them here. Finally, you can find a free online ready tool which helps you prepare for the Refugee Protection Division hearing. Check my refugee claim website here. I will explain other immigration programs in my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.